Okay, we're just fixing up the. You guys can see me, okay? Okay, welcome. So, it's been a while since I've done a live stream, and since you guys requested that I do a lot of yoga classes, I'm going to try it. Nobody signed up right now, so I was going to do it every day, but if nobody signed up, there's no point in doing it. So I'll start with a couple days a week, and if I don't get any interest in it, then I'll probably just move over to my Patreon, where I can do different classes of stuff that I can't do in here, which I may do anyways, but just kind of a test. Hopefully you guys want to do just, some stretching to heal yourself. And that's the key to, I can't just show you, I can't do it for you. You have to take the time to stretch. And I know when you're hurting, you're like, it's easier just to lay on the couch. But honestly, the less you do, the more you're going to hurt. Okay? If I don't stretch, my body hurts. And if I get up and I stretch and I keep stretching, I feel 100% better. I'm doing Qigong practice now, and I do that after work. And I'm sort of incorporating some of the stuff that I'm doing in my shorts videos. So, hopefully you'll check those out as well. And it's what it's about. It's about relaxing. I was going to come on at 6 o'clock today. I'm about 15 minutes early, so sorry if you guys join and I'm already here. But you'll have the video, you can go back and rewatch it, and hopefully it will relax. I like to do it in the evening before bed because it's just a way to let out all the tension and the stress that's down on my feet all day. And so it's just a way to heal and relax and get all that tension out of the body so you can sleep better at night so that you don't hurt. I'm also beginning my journey to be a shaman healer, so really excited about that. Just another resource that I can incorporate into helping you guys heal and learn how to get rid of trauma. We all have trauma. Also in the process of, healing myself, getting rid of the trauma of, having cancer and having a brain aneurysm and all that anxiety that goes with that. So hopefully you'll join some of those classes. I'll be putting those sessions, I think, on Patreon, so that you can join and hopefully get yourself too. But that's coming. I still am about a year out of just starting my schooling, so if you guys want to send super chats or super thanks during the live streams on any of my videos, you can send super thanks. And of course, as always, just watching the videos, without skipping through it is a great way to support. And I really appreciate you guys. I really do. Honestly, I've come so far, and it's all because of you guys. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of you for just loving me. And I don't know why. I just really appreciate you for your support. I never in a million years, looking back, I would ever imagine I would have a YouTube channel. So thank you for your support. Alright, so today's class we're just going to start with our legs crossed. Grab yourself some yoga blocks and a bolster. If you don't have yoga blocks, grab a couple of books or just even a couple of cushions, something you can put your hands on. Okay? And And today we're going to start from the top down. So we hold all of our tension in our neck and shoulders. It's very, very, very important to let all that stress out. So just sit up nice and tall. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out. And you see how the exhale goes through the teeth? But I want you to do like a ha sound. Like you're fogging up a mirror. Ha. Okay? That relaxes your body way more than just doing that through your teeth breath. So it's almost like a double relaxation for the body. Okay? So close your eyes and we're just going to slowly go back and forth, front to back. When you go back, you're going to squeeze your abdominals. When you come forward, you're going to relax. So squeeze as you exhale. Inhale, release. Squeeze, exhale as you go back. And go at your own speed here. There's no rush, especially if you're first starting. You're just a beginner. This program is basic beginner stuff, okay? Because you need to get used to moving. If your body's sore, when you're sore, you don't want to move. But after you do this class, you're going to feel better. And I want you to let me know how you feel after the class. Alright? So, back and forth. Squeeze as you go back. Inhale as you come forward. Now, also on your floor, maybe you got a yoga mat or a nice soft blanket. I have a yoga mat underneath my carpet. I'm actually allergic to yoga mats, so I can't really touch it, but having it underneath me is okay. Okay. Now, from here, we're just going to start to move right and left. Breathe at your own pace here. Sit nice and tall. So don't slouch down like this. Because that's so bad for your spine. All your organs get crushed when you do this. So nothing can work right. So sit up tall. Roll your shoulders down and back. It's going to make you sit up tall. You're going to elongate your spine here. Okay? And then when you start to go side to side, you're going to feel it in the side of the hips right away. Keep squeezing your abdominals here. Back and forth. And you might start to, sweat right away. Okay, so if you need to stop and turn a fan on, do so. But sweating is a great way to sweat out all of the toxins in your body. And since I had my lymph nodes, 3 of my lymph nodes removed, I actually like sweating because it sweats out all the toxins that my lymph nodes are no longer there to do. So, and it's a part of not having the lymph nodes, your body just naturally sweats. It's just a way to help get all the toxins out of your body. Alright, so keep squeezing the core, sit up nice and tall. And pay attention to anywhere that it feels tight. When you go to the side, is it, you get a little tugging, a little sharp pain. If you get sharp pain, don't go as far. You don't want to hurt while you're doing this. It's just very slow movements. Squeeze the abdominals to protect your back so you don't go farther than you're able to. And it also works your abdominals without doing anything. Nice deep breaths. Alright, from here we're going to very gently go in a little circle. Doesn't matter which direction you start with. Keep squeezing your core here. And this is working your abdominal region. You sit a lot. You can do this while you're driving. Just squeeze your abdominals. That's going to keep your abdominals active. So every time you think about it, or you realize that you're sitting slouched over, slouched down, squeeze. That'll sit you back up. And there's no set number. And just relax. Forget about your day. You're just letting all that tension out. And then I want you to come right to the front. Hold it back to the center and then switch directions. Now we'll go the other side. Again, pay attention to your body, anywhere you feel tingling or tightness. Take a deep breath in and just breathe into that area where it's sore, where it doesn't feel right. Maybe feel a little boxy as you go around instead of a smooth circle. Okay, if that's the area that you want to focus your breath on, just breathe into it. And you should notice with a couple of breaths that area just starts to flow a little more. That's all of your tension. Okay. Now if you have your right foot in the front, I want you to switch and put your left leg in the front. And if you're not able to get onto the floor, you can do this sitting on a chair. And if your right leg feels, tingly before you cross it, you can extend them out. Just kind of tap the feet on the ground a little bit. Flex the feet. Point. And just windshield wiper the legs. It just gets kind of tingly because the blood flow gets cut off when you're sitting with your legs crossed. Okay, so now we're going to switch and we're going to put the left leg in the front and we're going to do those same stretches with the leg in the front. And the reason why we switch is because you're working the hip flexors on both legs when you do this. Otherwise, you're just working the right side. Deep breaths in. Nice and slow. Go at your own speed. Squeeze the abdominals. Squeeze when you go back. Exhale. And then when you come forward. Again, there's no set number. Just do what you feel comfortable doing. We're going to hold in the center and slowly go side to side. Press your shoulders down. Squeeze the abdominals. Deep breaths in and out. Okay, again, pay attention to anywhere it feels tingly. You might feel different with the left leg in the front. Again, just go where it feels comfortable. You don't want any pain. And you can go slower too if you want. Keep sitting up nice and tall. Okay, and then we're going to start going into circles. Squeezing your core. Deep breaths in and out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Slow it down. Switch direction. And if at any time you feel like you're dizzy with this, sometimes because of my brain aneurysm, sometimes I feel dizzy when I do stuff like this. I just open my eyes and it goes away. Then I can close them again. Don't feel like you have to sit with your eyes closed. But closing your eyes is the best way to just close out your day. And it's the best way to relax. Because you're not being visual. You're not stimulating your body in any way to do anything. You're just relaxing. Okay? Back to the center. Sit up nice and tall here. And we're going to take the yoga blocks. I'm going to put one on either side of you. Okay? And we're going to straighten the legs for just a second. Top them out. And you gotta do the next stretch sitting with your legs out if you want. And we're just gonna lean over to the side. And we're gonna stretch the side vertebrae. And so if you're just starting out, you might not be able to go to the ground, put your elbow on the ground. So you start with a yoga block. Maybe you need to put it up here. Your arm there. And you're gonna feel the stretch. Bring the arm up to the top. Now if you can't bring your arm all the way up, that's obviously an indication that your shoulders need some work. So just bring the elbow up a little bit. Okay. Again, always do what feels comfortable and go slow. If you're less than that, maybe just little tiny ones. When I had my surgery, I lost all mobility in my arm. I couldn't even move it. And that's how I started, with just little tiny stretches. It was like the ligaments forgot how to move. Okay, so forward and back, up and down. You can go full way with your arm. Go full way with your arm. Sit up nice and tall. You squeeze your abdominals. It's going to keep the spine straight. Right? And then we're going to maybe lower the block a little bit further. Okay, and then do the same thing. So if you're down here, do the tiny stretches. Maybe you can go a little higher. 3. And very quickly, you start to feel the arm muscles. You're like, wow. It's because you don't raise your arms. Right? And if you can go a little bit further, let it walk down. And just lean over to the side. Squeeze your abdominal in. Okay. So you can do it with your legs out straight. Or you can cross your legs and do it with your legs crossed. Whichever way feels best for you. Okay. There's no right or wrong way to stretch. Just find what works for your body. Now you get down to about this point, you can really start to feel it in your side meridian, right through your rib cage. And you want to just hold it. Bring the arm up. If you can't go high, just bring the elbow up. And if you can, reach over. And reach over that way, like somebody's pulling your fingers. And then bring it around the side. And do it again. If you can't go to the front, maybe just go up. Or maybe just go out. Where does it feel comfortable for you? You're also getting a stretch through your neck here. Okay? Let's roll that shoulder down and back. Let's put the arm behind the back and really rotate the shoulder out. Squeeze the abdominals. Exhale. Just let the head start to fall here. Okay. Now we're going to use the block and we're going to slowly push ourselves up. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So start with it up tall. Squeeze the abdominals. Let's work to get that arm going. Now this is my scar tissue side. And part of not having lymph nodes, they took some of them out. I still have one in there, but they took 3 of them. It makes it really sore and swollen under there. And then my arms swell, my legs swell. It's because my body's not flushing out my toxic fluids like it's supposed to. Alright, so what I do is move it every day. Keep it moving. Sit up nice and tall. Okay, then I'm going to lower the block. Keep squeezing the core. One more, okay? Then if you can't get the arm up, just go like little, tiny ones. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now where you're gonna feel this is in between the shoulder blades at the back. Right in between there. Okay. And let's drop it down once more. And go a little bit further. And I really feel this too. I'm only going to do 4, 3, 4. And let's do 4 with the elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, and then slowly come up. And I really feel that in between my shoulder blades at the back. So let's stretch that out. First, let's do the legs. Bring them out, tap them out. Point and flex. And have fun with it. Honestly, there's no right or wrong way to stretch. You just have to enjoy what you're doing. You have to know that you're giving your body some healthy movement. And you have to enjoy it. Right, nice deep breaths. Okay, and then we're going to take the blocks and we're going to put them in the middle. Stack them on top. If you have a yoga bolster, you can use that as well, and I'll demonstrate that as well. And sit with your legs just a little more than shoulder width apart. And we're just going to lean forward here. Okay? Put your hands in prayer pose, flex your feet, press your shoulders down and back. Squeeze the abdominals, feel yourself sit up, stretch up. So you're starting to put some space in all the compression in your spine. Press the shoulders down, flexing the feet. You can flex and point, just have some movement in there. Flex and point, flex and point. And then just relax the feet, windshield wiper. Okay, now we're going to take out one of the blocks and we're going to go a little bit further forward. Just take time, squeeze the abdominals. And we're going to do the ha sound. And just let everything relax. Okay. Now I want you to put a block on either side of the leg, and we're going to open the legs as far as it feels comfortable for you. Put a block on either side of your leg. And we're going to just pivot a little bit, and we're going to flex the foot. Sit up nice and tall. Hands on the blocks. Flex your feet. Pay attention to this foot. It has a tendency to lean in, and you don't want that, so just press it back out. Alright? And then you're just going to lean forward. Maybe you're going to get your arms on the blocks. Squeeze the abdominals. Deep breaths in and out. Here we're stretching the hamstrings. Alright, if you can, move the blocks away from you. Then you come down to your elbows. If you're not flexible enough, just stay on the blocks. And with practice, you're going to slowly start to stretch out the hamstrings. Okay? Deep breaths in and out. Maybe you can bring your head down. Alright? And if you can't, just stay on the blocks. If you need to put the blocks up higher, that's okay too. Wherever you're able to move. And everybody's at a different flexibility rate depending on what you do for a living, depending on your injuries. Okay, so now we're going to go over to the other side. We'll do the same thing. I gotta make sure that foot isn't leaning in, so press it backwards. And just take 4 breaths, squeeze your abdominals. Press the shoulders back. Now here you feel the top of your hips stretching, as well as your hamstrings. And then you gotta move the blocks out and come forward a little bit more. Deep breaths in and out. do the same thing in the center. Keep the legs wide. Bring your arms onto the cushions or the blocks. I'll demonstrate how to do with the yoga bolster in a minute. So same thing, you're just leaning forward, press the shoulders down, keep the feet flexed, and then you work to lower down. Just close your eyes, breathe out all of that tension. Right, and then we're going to move the blocks and come all the way down to the ground. Okay, go ahead and pay attention to the feet. They have a tendency to come in. If you can't push them out, just bring your feet in a little bit closer. You want them to stay straight up and down. Okay? And then reach your hands to the front. And how far can you pull yourself down? Deep breaths in and out. And you can lower the elbows. Feel your spine decompressing. Okay. And then we just hold and breathe. Let's take 4 breaths. Lower the head. Okay. And then slowly come up. You can also use the yoga bolster. Put it in front of you. Put your hands and elbows on it. And you can bring the legs closer together if it's not comfortable on your inner thighs. But what you're working to stretch here is your inner thighs. So you're also going to stretch the bottoms of your feet. So the wider you can go, maybe you can bring your chest down and head down. And then just relax. Relax your entire body. Stretch your spine out, stretch your hamstrings. You can move side to side a little bit. Alright, you can point and flex the toes. If you're able to. If you're not, then just hold it. And just breathe. Relax your body. Do a scan. Scan your body here for relaxation. Start with your scalp, your neck and your shoulders. As soon as you start to do that, your head starts to fall. Relax your neck, your shoulders. Press the shoulders down. Okay, relax your arms, your back, your legs. And with each exhale, imagine the tension flowing out of your feet, out of your fingertips, sinking into the ground, and just have the ground absorb all that negative energy. And you might feel, let's sit up here, you might feel a little bit shaky when you do it. And that's just because all the tension is coming out of your body. Okay? So now we're going to do neck and shoulders. So I'm going to move the bolster to the side, bring your feet in. And we're just going to start forward and back with the neck. Okay. You can take a towel and put it behind your neck if you want just a little extra support so you don't overextend. But just go really slow. You're going to exhale when you tip your head back and inhale when you come forward. Again, sit up nice and tall here. Press your shoulders down. Forward and back with the neck. And when you go back, push the jaw up to the ceiling. Feel how tight it is under the throat. You can take your fingers up here and massage very gently. Underneath, press the jaw. Now that one can make you yawn. Usually only yawn once. And it's just because you're stretching out underneath the jaw, so you're stretching the eardrum and the equilibrium in between. Okay, that's what makes you yawn. And yawning is good because it lets out all the tension in that area. Okay. Now bring that forwards and touch to your chin if you can, your chest. Exhale. You can put your hand on the back of your head, stretch a little further. And then slowly release it. And then we're going to look right and left. Very slowly go your own speed here. Back and forth. This is one of the best stretches you can do because it stretches out the big muscle in your throat. You don't put your hand up there and squeeze it when you turn. Just kind of massage. And then do the same on the other side. The warmth from your hand feels really nice. Now if you wanted, you could put some peppermint essential oil and some grapeseed oil, and you could massage it in there if you like. And you can do the shoulders too. Massage both shoulders. You're gonna feel all your tension right in the shoulders. Feel how hard it is. Press on it. Go to the other side, you feel on the other side. When you look left, you feel the stretch, you feel it on the right side. So maybe massage in there. That's where you hold all your stress. So we're just massaging it out. And if it's really, really sore, just putting your hand on it, the warmth of your hand will feel good. You can also get the infrared massager and massage your shoulders. Nice deep breaths. Just acknowledge those tight areas. And bring your hands down. We're going to do some neck circles. So tip very slowly over to the left side. Press the shoulder down. And then very slowly start to go back. Inhale. And get to the other side. And then you exhale. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale as you go back. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale as you go back. Yeah, you can feel that pulling the shoulders, the eardrums. back. Go really slow here. Just let everything soften in that area. And the more you do, the more you're going to feel better. These are wonderful to do during your day too. Like if you sit at a computer all day, it's good to do when I take a little break. Just gets all the blood flowing in your neck. And I'm gonna hold it here. I'm gonna switch directions. Really slow. Just allow your neck and shoulders to relax. Let all that tension out. By acknowledging those areas that are tight, you bring awareness to it because a lot of times we don't realize how tight our body is. Right? And then all of a sudden you're like, oh. Yeah, that's really tight. Right? If at any time while you're sitting like this, your legs get numb, you need to stretch them out, just tap them out. And chill like you can even sit with your legs straight forward, and you can do it in the chair as well. Back and forward. And the last stretch I want to share with you guys today is just laying down on the bolster. And I'll demonstrate it with the yoga blocks as well. Okay, so you're just going to put it at the base of your spine. You're going to squeeze your abdominals. And it's going to lay back. Squeeze your abdominals here and lay back. And the thing I like about the yoga bolster is that you can lay your entire body onto it. If you don't have a bolster, you can put 2 pillows, bed pillows, or just get a body pillow even, and just lay down on it. You can put it under your hips as well. So kind of take the yoga block or another bolster and put it under your hips. And then straighten your legs. And that's going to push your pelvis up. Because you sit all the time, you get stuck in that C position, so your hips get sore. Okay? When I was in the hospital with migraine aneurysm, I took pillows and I put them all underneath my body because the mattresses were so caved in from all the people laying on them all the time. And as soon as I did this, all my pain went away. So here we're just laying and we're relaxing. So I want you to scan the body, start with your head, relax your head, your face, your eyes, your cheeks, your nose, chin, your jaw. Relax your teeth, your tongue, your throat. Relax your shoulders, your chest, your arms. Just let everything be weightless. Turn your palms up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and then let them sink down. Deep breath in. Relax your chest, your back, your spine, your ribs, your stomach, hips, your legs, your knees, your feet, your ankles, and your toes. Just let everything relax here. And pay attention to anywhere that you feel tight in your body. And just breathe into it and relax it. Relax your shoulders, your abdominals. Now we're going to bend the knees. And we're very gently just going to winch your wiper back and forth. And I feel like the center of my spine is kind of tight. So I'm going to lift up. Then I'm going to take the yoga block out. Lower back down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then I'm going to slowly bring my elbows up. And I'm just going to lean forward here. I want to get a deep stretch to that back. Okay. Now we'll demonstrate with the yoga blocks. Okay. So if you don't have the yoga bolster, you can take the yoga blocks. You want one to go up and the other one to go where your shoulders are going. And then you're going to have to figure out where things go. So lean back. You want the long one under your shoulder blades. And you're going to reach back and put the tall one under your head. And then just stretch out. Now this one is really good for stretching out the shoulder blades. And we just breathe and relax. And all the tension out. Imagine it coming out of your feet, your toes, your fingers. You can give it a color if you like. Every time you exhale, maybe it's a black color, maybe it's a green color. When you inhale a yellow or a golden healing color, even a white color, even a red or an orange. Whatever color makes you feel good, that's the color you want to imagine. You can wrap a healing bubble around yourself. Okay. And then slowly come up. And we're going to stretch forward again, just to stretch out the low back. Press the shoulders down. Squeeze the abdominals. Stretch the head forward. If you want, you can do a wide-legged forward fold. Gets you down a little bit deeper. Stretches you out a little bit more. Then you can go over each leg. And to the other side. Alright, and back to the center. And we're going to finish off with just a forward fold in a child's pose. So just come into tabletop, fingertips, palm, wrists. We're going to press the shoulders down. Take a deep breath in and round very slowly up to the ceiling. Squeeze the abdominals. And then lower back down. really slow. Stay for an exhale. Press up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Then lower back down. Inhale as you go down. And exhale as you get to the bottom. And then we're just going to press it back. You sit down. And round it out. Squeeze your abdominals here. Lower back down. Press the shoulders down. And this is child's pose. And you just want to hold it and stretch. If you can bring your head down further, you can put your head down on the floor. You can use a yoga block. Nice deep breathing here. Okay, you can use cushion. You can even put your arms back to the side. You can just move the yoga block. Come down a little further. Because, and you'll feel, you're like, wow, I didn't realize my spine was so tight. You can feel your shoulders are tight. So bring it back up. And a lot of that is just from the pressure on your abdominals, because as soon as you come up, it goes away. Okay? So as you practice these stretches, let's round it back up. Squeeze the abdominals here. Just squeeze it forward and back. Stretch out the spine. Let's come back up. Let's flex the feet here. Stretch out the bottoms of your feet. Now the feet can be really, really sore. You stand on them all day. If your shoes are too tight. So if you wear a 6, everybody should go to a 6 wide, because it just gives your foot a little more room to spread out. So 7, you want a 7 wide. It's just a little bit more room in your shoes so that your feet don't get squished together. Okay, now we're going to just sit back a little bit and you'll feel it's kind of sore. Just come back up and straighten them if it's too much. And then go back again. Okay, and as we continue stretching, I'll show you different ways to stretch out your feet and how to strengthen them. Stretch out your calves so that pain in your feet goes away. Okay, it's great for plantar fascia, which a lot of times is just caused from your shoes being too small. So try different shoes. Just get a different size, just get a size wider. Forward and back. Straighten them out when you need to. Stretch it back. Okay. And then we're just going to round it back up. And sit back down very slowly. Squeeze the abdominals. Just for a second, and then come back up, straighten the feet. And then we're just going to come to a sit. And I want you to just bring your awareness to your feet. So put your hands on your feet. Okay, put your hands on your feet. And just press with your thumbs on the balls of your feet, on the soles along the bottoms of your feet, and your heels. And if they're really sore, take time to massage them. Okay, so take your fingers and walk them along your toes, and then walk along the bottoms of your feet, below the toes, down the pads, very gently. Wherever it's sore, that's where you want to just kind of keep going and massage. Deep breaths in and out, down the pad of the foot, down the sole, wherever it feels tight. Okay. And then down to the heels, fingers, your thumbs, massage the heel, massage off the calves. Alright, and then just put your hand on the bottom of the foot. You can pull the toes back gently. Okay. And do the same on the other side. So pads the toes, balls of the feet, bottoms of the feet, your soles, and the bottoms of your feet. And I know when your feet are sore, you're not gonna wanna, like, no, I don't wanna stretch them, but if you do stretch them, it's gonna help. It's gonna make them feel better. Okay? And it's because you're bringing awareness to all those areas that are really, really sore. Okay? Now, I don't know if you guys remember or not, but I think it was a couple years ago when I sprained my ankle, my high heels. So the top of my foot now has been really sore. And I've switched to a wider shoe, and I've been doing the toe spreaders, and it's fixed it. Like overnight, it's fixed it. And it's been really, really sore ever since I almost sprained it. So that's why I suggest you get just a size wider for your feet, for your shoes, because it just gives your foot a little bit more space to stretch out. Right? So give that a try and let me know in your comments if you're noticing any difference in your shoes or your feet when you go like this size. Okay? So the last thing we want to do now is just sit and scan our body, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and exhale. A couple of times, you should feel 100% better, just letting out all that tension. You might still be tight, but because you took time to scan your body and get things moving, that's how your healing begins. And then every day, if you do this process and you work different areas, you're going to start to feel 100% better. Okay? And you need to take a long time to work through every single part of your body so that you can relax. And your body is all connected, so if you're tight in the shoulders, it's going to pull everything else tight. It's going to make everything tight. When you sit all the time, you're stuck in that seat position, so it's going to pull you forward. And everything is connected, so if you're tight up here, it's going to be tight in your hips and your legs. And if your feet aren't right, it's going to throw everything off. But once you work to straighten everything out and stretch everything out, you're going to give space in your body, and everything is going to start to feel better. Okay? Deep breath in and out. Thank yourself for showing up for today's class. And I just want to thank you guys for your support, getting me to do this. It's getting me back into doing my own stretching, which I haven't been able to do because when I lost my monetization, I had to go to work every day. And I still work every day for 12 hours a day. I'm on my feet working. And we all do it. So, nobody wants to stretch, but if you take time for yourself, you're going to heal yourself, and you really just have to be disciplined enough to say, look, I don't care what you're doing, I'm going to go do this for an hour, and then I'll get back to life in an hour. Just take an hour out for yourself. I just want to thank you guys for helping me get back to my routine. And, I'm just gonna keep doing it for me, and I hope you'll join me and you'll stretch and you'll just take an hour out of your day to relax and heal yourself. So, all right. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you next class. Next class is just gonna depend on how many people, if I get people joined. If I'm not gonna get any interest in it, then I'm gonna put my attention elsewhere. I'll still do stretching, it just won't come here. Alright. Next class, if you don't have a cloth yoga strap, you'll need to invest in one. Bring a cloth yoga strap, one that's not stretchy. Because we're going to work on the hips, and we're going to do hip flexors. Bring your yoga blocks, it will help. And bring your yoga bolster. And have a great night. I hope you sleep better. Let me know in your comments how you feel tomorrow when you get up. You might be a little tender and sore. That's part of the healing process. But you still want to stretch, even though you may be sore. You just take time to breathe through all that tightness, and again, it'll relax and go away. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining me.